and warm welcome to join us for this edition of 8 in English News, and I'm Abdul Ahad Mohammadi. Pakistan has rejected the U.S. Special Envoy Mark Grossman's request to visit the country, a senior official said on Wednesday, highlighting the increased tensions between the uneasy allies. Grossman is due to visit Afghanistan and Qatar this week. Ambassador Grossman asked to visit Pakistan, but we conveyed to him that it was not possible at the moment, a senior Pakistani official said on condition of anonymity. The growing tension threatens to set back peace efforts in Afghanistan, as Pakistan's cooperation is regarded crucial because of its long history of association with militant groups. Afghanistan and Pakistan's Joint Economic Commission has agreed to enhance bilateral trade between the two countries from the current volume of $2.5 billion to $5 billion by 2015 and decided to involve private sector for deepening economic relations. This was stated by Pakistan's finance minister during a joint press conference with his Afghan counterpart in Islamabad. The two sides also agreed to resolve the issue of 700 stock Afghan containers in 10 days. Afghan merchants have long been criticizing Pakistan of violating trade agreements between the neighboring countries and stopping Afghan cargoes in its soil without reason. Interior Ministry says security forces have killed 9 armed insurgents and captured 23 suspects in a series of raids across the country. An Interior Ministry statement issued Wednesday said the operations over the preceding 24 hours in 8 different provinces also discovered caches of weapons, ammunition, and explosives. Meanwhile, Defense Ministry says a soldier was killed and 4 others were wounded in clashes with insurgents on Tuesday. Fighting in much of the country appears to have decreased in recent weeks after heavy snows blanketed much of the mountains terrain in which the Taliban usually operate. The Steel Authority of India is confident that winning the iron ore mining contract in Afghanistan will give the state-run company an edge over rivals in bids for exploring other minerals in the war-torn country. We are considering bidding for other assets in Afghanistan too, including copper and gold blocks. Once we have a base in Afghanistan, we will be in a better position to exploit other minerals too, SAIL Chairman C.S. Verma said. Afghanistan has started opening up its mining sector in a bid to prop up its war-ravaged economy, but political instability and safety issues are keeping foreign investors worried. Pakistan's embattled Prime Minister is not guilty of contempt of court but should bow to pressure and ask Switzerland to reopen graft cases against the president. His lawyer Etizaz Ehsan said Wednesday the Supreme Court has initiated contempt of court proceedings against Gilani, exasperated by the government's refusal to write to the Swiss asking them to reopen graft cases against President Asif Ali Zardari since an amnesty expired in 2009. Zardari has complete immunity as president, Ehsan told reporters, adding that there was no harm in writing a letter to the Swiss authorities. China on Wednesday called for Syria to cooperate with the Arab Observers mission in their effort to stop the bloodshed. Speaking to journalists at the regular news briefing in Beijing, Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesman Liu Weimin said that China hopes the Syrian problem can be solved within the Arab League community. The Foreign Ministry comment came after Chinese Premier Wen Jiabao on his visit to Saudi Arabia called for an end to violence against civilians and expressed support for change in Arab world. UN officials said more than 5,000 people have been killed in the violence across Syria. Thousands of needless deaths occurred from famine in East Africa last year because the international community failed to heed early warnings, said two leading British aid organizations. Oxfam and Save the Children say it took more than 6 months for aid agencies to act on warnings of imminent famine. Between 50,000 and 100,000 people died in Kenya, Ethiopia, and Somalia. The agencies say the governments, donors, the United Nations, and NGOs need to learn from their mistakes. In a report titled "A Dangerous Delay," the agencies say a culture of risk aversion stalled a large-scale aid effort. Wikipedia has taken its English language site offline as part of protest against proposed anti-piracy laws in the U.S. Users attempting to access the site see a black screen and a political statement. Imagine a world without free knowledge. The user-generated news site Reddit and the blog Boeing are also taking part in the blackout. However, Twitter has declined to join the shutdown. Wikipedia, which attracts millions of hits every day, is opposed to the U.S. Stop Online Piracy Act and Protect Intellectual Property Act being debated by the U.S. Congress. And that's all for now. Thanks for being with us.